From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
Millions of Americans are getting their $14 of the third stimulus check. But what about that IRS tracking tool? Does it work? How can you do a transcript on the IRS portal to track your third stimulus check? And what about Cash App and that third stimulus check? How about Chime and that third stimulus check? And what about the big banks and that March 17th date for your third stimulus check arrival? I have all the details about the IRS portal, the IRS transcript, the tracker tool, and more, and the arrival date about your third stimulus check by direct deposit. As Mornings LA goes into high gear in the final half hour, starting right now. Minutes ago on Mornings LA, we went over the shocking developing news that the White House may try to provide $250 to young adults 18 or under for 18 years of their life. Just can't say with a straight face. Yes, and there's no plan in place to get that money paid for. But that's Wall Street, and this recording I'm going to cut back to your pocketbook and your money. How are you? Good morning. The toast is toasting. The butter is buttering. I'm here. You're here. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. That was a very well-watched video right before this and went over the impeding concern about a Wall Street crash. Treasury yields are going through the roof. Bitcoin is up this morning. And the other concern is the White House wants to pay people to the age 18 $250 a month for 18 years under a fourth stimulus package. What's going on? I'll have more about that at noontime. But now let's get to your stimulus. $14 third stimulus check. When is it going to land? Where is it? How can you track it? What about the IRS tools? Let's get to the details. But first, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. There's two instruments you can use to track your IRS tools that are set up by IRS. But my suggestion is the single best indicator of how to track your stimulus check are viewers of this channel. The best way to track your stimulus check, ironically, is by watching views of this channel and asking who else uses your bank. Thank you, Luz, for becoming a new member. Everyone welcome Luz to the family. Tracking your stimulus check by asking who else uses your bank is the best indicator because ultimately your receipt of the stimulus check is not dependent on when it was sent out. It's dependent on who you use as your bank. Who you use as your bank is the determining factor on when you're getting your stimulus check. So if someone else also uses your bank and did get their stimulus check a particular day, then you may get it as well. But let's cut to those IRS tools. The first one is the IRS Track My Stimulus Check. The tool has been around a while, since 2020, and it has been dubious at best for its inability to provide accurate information. Here's where it currently sits this morning. It has been working in the last 24 hours. It has been telling some viewers that the stimulus check would land on the 17th. It has been telling other viewers that the stimulus check went out. But here's what to know about that IRS Track My Tool instrument. First, it's generally down. Two, when it's up, it's generally unreliable. It's unreliable because sometimes it doesn't have any information for your stimulus check, to which viewers think they're not getting a check because it has no information. Not the case. Or it has information about a date it was sent out, and viewers don't get the stimulus check, and then they freak out because the date is several weeks ago. Ultimately, if you get information from it and it's beneficial for you, great. If it does not provide you any information, or the information is confusing, discount it. Don't worry about it because it's generally not a reliable instrument. Next, let's go to the transcript IRS portal instrument. There's an item in which you can track a stimulus check by setting up a transcript. What is that? You go into irs.gov and you set up a username and password. You go in there and search for the word transcript. That's one word, TRANSCRIPT. What a transcript is basically a list of your activity as a U.S. citizen. It'll show the last activity entry first and then the next one below it. So the first entry it may show is stimulus check, and it may say something like TEADS 31721. That's an example of what it might say. And with that, or it may say something like economic impact payment 31721. And with that, you have some more clarity to it. Again, it has the same implications as the tracker tool. It's generally more reliable, but it has caused confusion for viewers before because it has a date in there and viewers don't have anything from IRS, and that date was several weeks ago. In this case, it's a new tool with a new stimulus check that went out again. So let's see what happens this time around. Elsewhere, lots of viewers have been sending me private messages to say when they track their check or when they use the tool this weekend, they're getting the effective date of March 17th. There's a lot of confusion about this March 17th deadline, this date. All I can say for you is that if your bank has chosen that is the date to clear the funds, that is in fact your date. A lot of big banks have chosen that date. If you want to find out if your big bank has chosen that date, go on Twitter. Twitter has been the single most best indicator of which big banks have said what dates and which have not. Chime, Cash App have already paid viewers this channel. Also, some big banks, some credit unions have also paid viewers this channel. When getting the stimulus check, it arrives electronically in the bank account that IRS has. If that bank account, it doesn't work, then IRS will attempt the bank account, it will fail, and then it'll go to paper check and also debit card payments. Those are going out in the next few days. But this push for stimulus check was one wave electronically. The direct deposits is a single wave electronically. The most important factor, of course, is the bank you bank with. But what viewers still think is that there are other factors that impact their receipt of the stimulus check. They just aren't that way. These factors do not concern the date in which you're getting a stimulus check. These non-factors are the last name you have, the state that you're in, your age, the number of people in your household, whether you're on benefits or not on benefits. Thank you for the super chat, Kathy. Whether you are a veteran, whether you're a senior, whether you are on SSI. These are not factors in determining which date you're getting a stimulus check. The single most important date is who you do banking business with. Now, this is a Sunday. No one will see funds appear on a Sunday today that did not appear on Saturday. Why? Because bank funds are cleared on business days. Business days are Monday through Friday. So that's why some people saw funds appear on Saturday, because they could clear them Friday night. The next day that funds could appear are on Monday, and then again on Tuesday. Next, another thing to go over is that funds sometimes appear in the middle of the day. They do appear in the middle of the day. You can see a deposit appear at 10 o'clock or at 9 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Funds appear at different times throughout the day. That's how bank transfers work. Additionally, the hour of the day that you receive funds is also not an indicator. It is not dependent upon any real factor. So here's an example. You may see a deposit appear at 2 o'clock on a day, but your neighbor may see theirs appear at 10 a.m. that same day. It's not particularly clear why those things occur, but they do. So understand that is not much of a concern. If you are a household, the whole stimulus checks will come together as one stimulus check for the whole household. Family of 4, you'll get one check for 4. Family of 5, well, this is where it gets interesting. Under the third stimulus, they were only supposed to go up to a family of 4, but some viewers have gotten stimulus checks for a family of 6. Yes, it's just always like that. Unclear why, but that's what's happening once again. The stimulus check, of course, is $14 for everyone. And what about that adult dependent who appears on someone else's tax return? Your stimulus check will go to the person you appear on their tax return for. Just like the person who receives benefits on a payee's account, the payee would get your stimulus check as well. That's how it works. Next, when the bank funds land in the account, the funds are for you. Thank you, Margie, for the for becoming a Purple Power. Wow, very exciting. Everyone welcome Margie to the room. When the bank funds, this is an important message, which I think I've been talking about in other videos, but I want to make it very clear right now for viewers of this channel. When the bank funds arrive in your bank account and they clear, they are available for you to withdraw. So, if you are a family of 4, let me do an easier number. If you're a family of 2 and there's $2,800 and the funds are cleared, there's nothing anywhere that requires you to keep the $2,800 in the bank account. So if you want to withdraw all the $2,800, go to the bank and withdraw the $2,800. Viewers, for some reason, in the series of comments in the last 2 days, think they have to leave the stimulus check in the bank. It's not particularly clear where this narrative came from. But if you want to withdraw every single penny of the stimulus check, you can withdraw every single penny of the stimulus check. And I certainly recommend you to withdraw it if that's the circumstance you like. For example, if you have to go buy some groceries today and the groceries are going to cost $40, or you have to go get a new pair of tires on the car and that's going to cost $100, don't leave the stimulus check in the bank. Take it out and put it where it belongs. That is the important message, is that for some reasons, viewers think they need to leave the stimulus check in the bank account. Next, this is certainly an important message and an obvious message, but I want to make this clear to you as well. Social media has been heating up with people talking about spending the whole stimulus check the minute it arrives. Understand, the third stimulus package has a stimulus check. The next items in the stimulus package I'm going over shortly with you in this recording. Stay with me, because later in this recording, I'm going to go over the big other money you can get in the third stimulus package. But the messaging of this video is going to be very clear right now, which is the other money of the stimulus package won't be landing in your bank account this week or next week. After you get the stimulus check, you won't get another check for a little bit of time. So don't go spending the full stimulus check thinking you're going to get other money from the stimulus package around the corner. It's not arriving around the corner. I'll give you all the time frames of what the other items are going to arrive for shortly, but stay with me. First, here's a commercial about what's coming up on today's programming, and coming up right after the 60-second commercial, I'll go over when is other money going to land in your bank account from the stimulus package. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. It's a big morning with a lot of developing details. And among the developing details is a call by the White House to pay people under the age 18 $250 a month for 18 years. Yes, really. The White House is reportedly, as of Friday, trying to come up with a plan to make the $3,600 and $3,000 that are in the third stimulus package lifetime, which means that every young adult between age of newborn to 18 would get $250 a month every month that they are on this planet. Will it pass? We'll see. That's for stimulus. Thank you for joining me. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe right now. In this video, I'm going to go over what's happening with the receipt of your $14 stimulus check and what are the other items land in your bank account. Let's get to them right now. The $14 stimulus check will land in your bank account either last Friday or Saturday. If you haven't gotten, you're watching this video at the time of this recording, then it's likely to appear on Monday. The other dates that you should be watching are the 17th. A lot of big banks are declaring that they won't release the funds until the 17th. If this is your bank, you can find them on Twitter, social media, on their website, or on their Twitter handle. They're issuing press releases in the saying that they're not releasing the funds to the 17th. If you are trying to determine what else is happening with your bank, the best indicator of receipt of the funds direct deposit is by asking people in the live chats or the chat on the site which banks they shop bank with and see if they've received the funds as well. Important thing to remember, very important thing to remember, is that there are online scammers everywhere. Do not post your banking information ever, or think that someone that is masquerading as someone is trying to help you get your stimulus check. Don't respond to those people. They are scammers. All right, now, how about the other money under the third stimulus package? If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. You don't want to miss a single minute of what's happening across the board. Under the third stimulus package, there is $3,600 for children, or $3,000, or as you may say it, $5,000 or $4,400. When is this money going to come? Let me go over all the details right now. If you're a child 17 to 6, you're going to get a $4,400 stimulus check, $4,400 of stimulus. And if you're a child 5 to newborn, you're going to get $5,000 of stimulus. How does this pay? It pays the following way. First, if you're going to get a stimulus check of $1,400 that comes with the parent, and then the remaining of the money starts in the month of July. $3,600 for 5 to newborn, $300 a month for 12 months, or $250 a month starting the month of July for 17 to 6-year-olds. The things you need to know is that the stimulus payment is for people who make the same amount of money as a stimulus check, and it is not required upon anything else. IRS needs to know the child exists. If the child is not known by IRS, you won't get paid. Then, $1,700 of financial aid for college students. That might be available right away. You're going to reach out to your financial advisor at your university to ask for the $1,700. It's in addition to your $14 stimulus check. Then the money for rent, utilities, food, mortgage assistance. When would that go live? That would likely not go live for a few weeks. It takes a few weeks for the money from the federal government to land at the states, counties, and cities. And then it takes a little bit of time for them to set up the application process for you to apply. Hazard pay. Hazard pay is likely not to be paid out until next year. It's $1,500 as an earned income tax credit on your 2021 tax return if you are 19 years or older and made less than $25,000. Thank you, Margie, for the dancing lemon. I really appreciate it. The paid sick leave. It's not particularly clear who pays the paid sick leave, so this remains sort of a mystery. Then EIDL. This may be the fastest paying instrument that's available across the board. The EIDL grant has to go live very quickly under the third stimulus package, and that date is running. The date started to run on Friday. The bill provides that SBA must set up the EIDL grant and go live within 28 or 14 days after it becomes law. The date is running. So they can open the EIDL grant at any moment. As the viewers of this channel have been informed by me over the last 2 weeks, as soon as that EIDL grant goes live, it will run out of money in 3 days. Additionally, the same provisions that play with that restaurant grant. That restaurant grant will open and that will likely run out of money as well. Now let's cut back to the stimulus check. If you've not received the stimulus check or you received part of the stimulus check, what should you think about? Let me go over all the details. First, the $14 stimulus check is part of a household check. So if you get a stimulus check for 2 people in the household, but you're missing 2, what do? Well, the way you're going to likely have to do it is by filing a tax return and requesting that missing stimulus check. If you've already filed your tax return, you may have to do an amended tax return. Next, when should you think your stimulus check is missing? Not anytime soon. Direct deposit of stimulus checks has always been an anomaly with IRS, and while they say they're all sent out on a particular day, there's always a surprise as to who gets them and who doesn't get them. Bottom line is that even if you don't get a stimulus check on Monday, it's not lost. Even if you get it on Tuesday, it's not lost. The fact is that ultimately there's a lot of things to consider, and those factors may involve your bank. Even if you put yourself past that 17th date of March, you shouldn't be worried if you still don't see that stimulus check. All these factors impact a lot of things across the board. And those factors may impact when or where you get something, and may or may when you don't get something. Finally, when is the paper check? When is the direct deposit check? And is that you or is it not you? The paper checks will start to go out presumably in the next few days. Those paper checks will also involve debit cards. If IRS attempts to do a stimulus check for you and cannot get that stimulus check to you, then ultimately they're going to, by direct deposit, then ultimately what they're going to do is do it by paper check. Is there any way to update your bank account? No. How about the non-filer filing? No. Does the non-filer filing exist in any regards anymore? No. If you did it before, does it still apply? If you did it in 2020 and it worked, you don't have to do it again. If you want to use it again and never used it before, it doesn't exist. To recap, the IRS My Tracker tool is live throughout the day. It may work, but it may not work. It is generally an unreliable tool, but it may provide insight as to where your stimulus check is. It generally does have some information, but those dates are often incorrect. Next, the transcript tool of IRS from the portal, where you sign in and look for a transcript, is often helpful, but again, it may have the wrong date or it may have no information. The lack of information or the lack of clarity is not an indication that you're not getting a stimulus check. It just means that the site is not reliable. The single most important and clearly best indicator of when you're getting a stimulus check is word of mouth. Talking to other people who use the same bank as you. If they use the same bank as you and they've received a stimulus check, then yours might be coming that day as well. Finally, a lot of big banks have been saying the 17th is the day for them. If that is your big bank, or you don't know if your big bank has that date, go on social media and you may find that answer as well. Coming up at noontime is big developments about Wall Street and the impeding concerns about a market crash. If you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Great comments, and I'm loving all your interaction on this video and the ones before today. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't want you to miss a single recording. Also, like this video. As always, stay informed, stay focused, and stay of LA for more.